The highly anticipated Joy of Gospel experience is set to return for its second year, promising an unforgettable celebration of uplifting music and spiritual joy. The event is scheduled to take place on the 16th of December at the Sun City Resort in the Northwest. To share more on the festival, we're joined by gospel artist Oncemore Six. Oncemore, very good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome.
Good morning. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Good to have you. Good to have you on the show this morning. Tell us more about the festival and what we can expect from your performance.
A wonderful spiritual experience. It is life-changing, refreshing. It's exciting. It's reviving, healing. It's a godly experience. So people should come through with their families and just experience the love of God and experience beautiful gospel music. And I'm not the only one there. You have the likes of Dumim Kokstad, Cindy Ndombela, Tina Zongo, Mamwini Mashaba. I mean, the lineup is packed and beautiful. So if you love gospel music and just want to have an amazing time with your family, come through.
I mean, it's so good to see that gospel music lovers are not left out, because now there's an explosion of music festivals all over the place. You know, the secular music festivals and everything else, but not much is being said about gospel music festivals. And it's actually so refreshing to hear that gospel music lovers are not left behind. So how did you become part of the festival?
So I was invited last year. They had the first one last year, and I was blessed enough to be part of it. And it's been an amazing journey, man. From that and to be called back for this one, I think it's a grace. It's a grace.
But that is so cool. I mean, for music organizers to consider you twice in a row, you must be a big deal. And speaking of big deal, I know you are. Just take us through your background. How did you start in the music industry?
Started in the music industry. I went into the backing vocalist space, and as a BV, I've worked with almost, if not every artist in the country. I've worked with your Dr. Dumi or Pastor Philly. I've worked with Mamunto Zombambo. I've worked with your Nube Ombatas. I've worked with your Bishop Benjamin Dubes. I've worked with so many artists, and then at some point I moved into my solo career, and right now that's where I am. I recorded my first album last year, 28th of August, where I recorded with a choir of 1,500 voices. And yeah, man, we're pushing it to 10,000 voices next year. So that's Oncemore Six, doing something called Jesus and the Church, where there's no band. It's literally just keyboards and this 1,000 voives where we're just singing, man, lifting up our praises to Jesus. And
Indeed.
And that's what I've been doing. I've toured the whole country. We've done 12 cities in this year alone, and we're looking to do more and even go internationally. We already have a few things planned outside the country next year. So. And
I would imagine it's so heartwarming for you to share the stage with some of the big names in the industry, some of the artists that you've backed for.
No, beautiful, man. To now share the stage with people that you look up to, that you used to stand behind, it's beautiful. And I consider myself blessed,
So how do you go about preparing for a show like this? What goes into the preparations?
Rehearsal, man. Rehearsal. Keep it going. Work on your craft. Make sure you're working with a beautiful team. And I mean, the Joy of Gospel, they always have a beautiful team. I mean, Push for Excellence is a wonderful company, which is actually the ones who are hosting the Joy of Gospel show. And when you're talking about secular music, on the Friday they're hosting Ringo at the Super Bowl. So they are hitting both sides, you know, the secular world, and they're taking care of the gospel side on the 16th, on the Saturday. So they have a wonderful team. So on stage, it's a breeze. It's a breeze.
Indeed.
Yeah, it's a breeze.
I mean, just looking at the lineup, I mean, it certainly is a breeze. And I want you to market yourself and market the show. Why should people attend this show? Why is it worth attending?
Listen, not just myself. And if it was just me, I know you'd have a wonderful time, but it's a package. It caters for gospel music. There are divisions, different sounds, you know, and if you love the contemporary sound, Oncemore Six will give you that. If you love the more traditional sound, your Tina Zungu is there for that. Your Mamwini Mashaba is there for that. There's so many elements to this that gives you the whole experience, and not just a certain sound, but different people with different gifts who just come in, and you will have a good time. You will not get bored.
Oh, of course.
So if you want to have a good time with your family, come through. It's a refreshing, reviving experience, and you'll just experience the love of God, man. You'll walk out of that place with your family. You will be blessed. You'll be blessed.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, for those who've never really immersed themselves in the beauty of your music, just share with us what kind of sound you produce. I mean, you mentioned earlier on that it's contemporary sound, but just under what genre would you classify that as?
Sure. Right now, it's difficult to classify it under a certain genre because it's a whole new different sound. I released a song called Here on Our Knees, a song called Umhlatshelo, and a song called Themba Lendalo Yonke, which are all part of the Jesus and the Church project.
Okay.
And if you can just imagine, it's just piano and 1,000 voices.
Sure.
So it's a whole new different sound. So I don't know what to classify it and to put it under, but I just know that it is refreshing. It is. It will just bless you, man. Whether if you just love music, if you just not just gospel music, just try it out. Listen to it. Oncemore Six on all my platforms. I'm Oncemore Six. You can download my music on all digital platforms. Just go check it out there and classify it yourself.
Right.
See where you can put it under. But it's godly music, man. Full of the Holy Spirit, full of God's love, and it will do something for your spirit.
All right, once more, lovely chatting to you, man. You know, I was so ashamed when I asked you what's your actual name, only to find that Oncemore Six is actually your real name.
It's actually my real name.
Not your stage name, right?
Not my stage name.
What does that mean? Just take us through the background of your name.
So basically, when I was born, what I left out of that story is before me, my parents had a miscarriage. So when I was born, their prayer was, "The Lord has blessed us once more." So my name is Oncemore. My surname is Six.
Wow.
Yeah,
all right,
the Six
more
story for another day. So, it's a long story.
All the best, man. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Good luck for next weekend.
Thanks.
Great stuff. Well, the Joy of Gospel Experience boasts an exceptional lineup of gospel artists.